Now the next part or the last part of the brain is your hindbrain. The hindbrain is composed of cerebellum, medulla and pons. Actually, this hindbrain or the three regions of the hindbrain coordinates all the processes necessary for survival. Like, just for an example, breathing, heartbeat, sleep, wakefulness, and motor learning means your movement of hand, legs, feet, eye, head, shoulder. All the movement or motor learnings are activities controlled by your these three region which forms your hindbrain. Now let's study in detail about the cerebellum. The cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain. First large part is your cerebrum, and the second largest part is your cerebellum. It is located in the posterior portion of the medulla and pons. This portion is your medulla and pons, and just behind it or posterior part there is cerebellum. The outer surface of the cerebellum is this portion. This is called the cortex. Its parallel ridges, you can see over here the lines which is visible over here. These parallel ridges are called the folia. Okay. Apart from all this, the cerebellum has the cerebral or cerebellar peduncle. This is the cerebellar peduncle. It's like a trunk of a tree. This structure, you can see, this looks like a tree. So the outer portion is the cortex. You can clearly see this cerebellum has two parts or two hemispheres. The outer portion is the gray cortex, and the inner portion is the outer portion is the gray cortex, and the inner portion is the medulla. Okay. This cerebellum is mainly responsible for coordinating and maintaining the body balance. Means how we walk, how dance process is done, while talking, your movement of hands and legs. These are the coordinating movements. And also doing yoga poses, your body balance is maintained by your cerebellum. Other activities are also there, that is running, riding, swimming, and voluntary movements means those movements which are controlled by your willpower, or why you want to move those body organs. That is the movement done by the voluntary muscles, or the movements are called voluntary movements. So the main function, if we say the cerebellum, we can say it senses equilibrium, it transfers informations, coordinates eye movements, it may be enables precision control of the voluntary body movements. And another thing is that both anterior and posterior lobes, means our skeletal movement, are also controlled by the cerebellum. Now next part is the medulla oblongata. This is the second part of the hindbrain. This medulla oblongata is a very small structure. You can see this is the medulla oblongata structure. This lowest region of the brain controls the body's autonomic functions, just example, heartbeat. This is not under our willpower, or this is not a voluntary movement. This is already happening in our inside our body. Our heartbeat is not controlled according to us. So this is called autonomic functions, which are controlled by autonomic nervous system. So medulla oblongata controls this kind of autonomic functions like heartbeat, breathing, and digestion. And another very important thing is that medulla plays a primary role in connecting the spinal cord and pons and cerebral cortex. Okay, so medulla joins these three, that is your cerebellar cortex, pons, and your spinal cord. This is the connecting link, medulla. Okay. And this medulla also controls our reflexes. Reflexes are what? Reflexes are the actions which are sudden done by our body without our knowing effort. And these signals are given by or these impulses are given by the spinal cord only without knowing the brain. These are called reflex actions. This is controlled by spinal cord. Then last but not the least, that is your pons. The pons is the primary structure of the brainstem. Brainstem means the pons virale medulla oblongata forms the brainstem. So this is the primary structure. This pons is the primary structure for the brainstem between the midbrain and medulla. This is your midbrain and this is the medulla. So this is the primary structure. So this pons controlling our sleep cycles. It regulates the frequency of respiration, means when respiration should be more and when it will be less. That is, during running exercise your respiration rate will be more, and during sleeping your respiratory range or respiration rate will be less. So this is controlled by your pons. So another function of the pons, it may be transfers information. This pons transfers information between the cerebellum and motor cortex. Motor cortex means those actions done by our motor organs, means hands, legs, body movements, all the body movements. Those are controlled by the cerebellum, and the cerebellum gives the information to the pons, and pons gives the information to the spinal cord. Then spinal cord will send those information to the motor organs. Pons also involves in the sensation, means touch, cold, heat. These are the sensations. Also it involve in the sense of taste, hearing, and balance. So this is all about the hindbrain.